Hey y'all, so I went to Mexico for the first time for my birthday, and I must admit it was one of the best trips I've had. Far as me going out of town or international wise, I really had a good time. Of course, the first day was a little long because me and my brother got lost in the airport. I couldn't find him and vice versa. So we end up just having to take a Uber separately to the hotel and just figuring out the best way we could. And of course, we was able to make it to the hotel. Google Translate is going to be the best thing you're going to have while you're here, especially if you don't know Spanish like me. So when I arrived to the hotel, of course, I got to start with my little cleaning. Now, I do not do a deep dive like I've seen some of these content creators who kind of OD on the cleanliness. And I just like to do a little basic, spray down for everything that I'm going to be touching. And I also, as housekeeping for extra sheets, because I do remake the bed to some degree. So that's just for me. And it has worked for me. I have not left a hotel where I'm itching or have things in my bag. So it's a plus for me. And, you have to do what works for you. So with that being said, I checked out the room. It was really nice. And of course, I had a craving for tacos. I mean, you are in Mexico, why not get tacos? But this was the first of many disappointments with the food, and the tacos were just not good. In the meantime, we did a lot of exploring, just kind of walking around the hotel, seeing different things. Mexico looks nice, it looks like a regular town. For the most part, I will say it was clean. Here is a good shot of this building. If you are on top of the Sears building, there is a cafe above it, which is where a lot of tourists were going to get this shot. And we didn't buy anything. We just wanted to get this shot of the building, which was really good. Keep in mind, it also rained every day we was there, but we were still able to get some good pictures in. And we ended up finding a good food at the restaurant that was actually downstairs attached to the hotel. When I say we went here every day, we did not have a bad meal, and the bean dip was everything. I highly recommend it. So on to day 2, we got breakfast at this cafe called Nin, which was really good. It was actually pretty packed when we got there. And of course, everything was written in Spanish. So again, guys, make sure you have Google Translate, because it's English friendly, but most of the people, of course, you have to remind yourself you are in Mexico and the predominant language is Spanish. But we was able to translate the best way we could. And everything was actually pretty good. The cinnamon roll was not good. It should have been better served hot. And the guava roll was pretty good. But again, I highly recommend it to be hot. They were kind of just, room temperature, which were good, but it wasn't the best. And my brother did not love those buckwheat pancakes, and neither did I. But everything else was good, especially the beet juice. And we end up making our way to the National. It was very packed. They had a lot of activities out that way that day, so it was really busy. This is actually my first time being in a cathedral in a long time. And as many times I've gone to New York, I have not gone to a cathedral. I think the last time I may have gone to a cathedral was when I was a kid, because we used to go to Catholic church, me and my younger brother. But here, it was very nice, very nice. The architect was just wonderful, and it was beautiful. And I'm not gonna lie, you may have to come here covered up. I think I got away with it because at first I did have my braids in front of my chest, but I got hot. It is extremely hot in there. There's no central air and heat. There's no fans. There's no air. So I was getting a little sweaty, but it was beautiful. Like that little arrangement, that gold, oh my God, it just looked so beautiful. Now, this was a bunch of people in the courtyard. I do not know what they were doing. I don't know if this was something spiritual, but you did have to pay for it. And of course, I don't know what they do as far as their culture or religion, so I didn't want to participate. Very colorful in Mexico. I loved everything. Everything you pass by is going to be colorful. And I'm a colorful person, so I loved it. And then we also went to the museum, which is a lot of Greek. I will say in Mexico, it's a lot of Greek museum statues, more than I thought I would have seen when it comes to Mexico. But this particular one was very nice, very cultured. And it has an upstairs and downstairs. And the courtyard here is so pretty. Again, very colorful. There are soldiers on top of the building as well when you go here. So, of course, you may want to, mind your P's and Q's when you go. But it was very nice to see all the statues. And, of course, me being perverted, I'm looking at everything else. But this is actually a free museum. So this would definitely be something really good to check out. And it's really nice. Even though it was a rainy day, it was still beautiful. And of course, I gotta get my pictures in. Look at my legs. Then we made it to the fight night. This is my first time going to wrestling anything. I haven't done anything associated with wrestling since I was a kid. And that's only because my brothers loved it. And I had to watch what they wanted to watch. So this is something new for me, but this actually is a big event. It was super packed when we got in. It was very, not a lot of people, but trust me, the crowd came in and they were showing out and showing out, okay? Showing out and showing out. But one thing I will say, baby, at these fights, these folks, they party. When I say the guy in front of us, I know he had at least every bit of 10 grams. Every bit of 10 grams. And I don't think he was drunk. I do not think he was drunk, but he was having a good time. He was a little annoying, but he was having a good time. But the crowd is infectious. I would say if you ever come to Mexico City, this definitely should be something on your to-do list. Even if you don't like wrestling, I will say it's very entertaining. Now, once it got a little long-winded, and quite honestly, I was ready to go after the first hour. But since I was with other people, we paid for the show. Nobody wants to be that person. But after 2 hours, I was like, yeah, it's time to go. But it was nice. It was nice to see this up close because we were literally in the front row. So shout out to my friends for thinking like me, you're not just showing up and be sitting in the nosebleed. But yeah, they were showing out. Of course, you can tell some of this stuff was a little too much. You can tell they did this in rehearsal. But some of those hits were definitely like hits. So I'm pretty sure the combination of the two. Now, this was a bar right across the street from the venue. I just came for a drink because the food did not look too appetizing, but there were different food halls in here. And they also had karaoke going on. That is actually one of the servers who is singing so beautiful. A black woman singing Spanish so fluently. I'm pretty sure she's probably from one of the islands, but she was definitely singing really well. And there was another lady there that was singing really good too. But the drink was okay. But you can definitely taste the alcohol for sure. Day 3, we had breakfast. This is another good spot. I think we just got lucky with breakfast. And me and my brother loved everything. The pancakes. Like, this is the place I come back to Mexico City. I could eat here every day. The fruit was fresh. Everything was just good, tasteful, homemade. And the vibe was just good. The service was really good. And again, we finally caught a day where it didn't rain on us. And then we made our way to the museum, which we came right on time. The line that you may see, this is actually the line that was after we left. So you have to book these tickets a month or two in advance because they do sell out pretty quickly. And that's the line wrapped around the corner. we didn't have to wait because me and my brother literally made it just in time. And also, you see all the vendors. This is a constant in Mexico City. There is always someone or something trying to sell you something. You're never not going to see vendors not trying to sell you something. But once we get into the home, again, colorful, which is something you're going to see throughout Mexico. Beautiful, the greenery. I did not know much about her story. My friend is very familiar with her. She has read her books and things like that. And the more I read about her, she was very young when she passed away. But it just showed how fearless she was in her home. It puts you in the mind of someone when you go to their home and you can look around and tell, okay, I know you stay here. That's how personal it was. It felt like you were stepping into everything that made her her. And if you don't know her story when it comes to Frida, definitely look into it and read up on it. It's very, 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 very good story. And I'm actually going to try to buy her autobiography myself. She's a really good read about her story. This is the market, which was about 2 blocks over from, maybe 3 blocks over from the museum. Very busy, but I did find some good knick-knack stuff that I brought back home. I did get some fresh fruit as well. But they had everything. I mean, when I say from the Rudy to the Tootie, they had it all there to purchase. And of course, when I came out, there was this older couple dancing. And the husband, I think his name was Alejandro. I forgot what my friend told me. But I spoke to him the whole time. And he asked me to dance. And of course, I was reluctant at first because I don't have rhythm. I do not have rhythm. But he asked me to dance. And of course, one of these bystanders said, you gotta do it, get up and do it. And I'm like, it is my birthday. And you know what, let's do it. You know, just get out of your comfort zone. And I'm happy I did it, but you can see I'm trying to do a little something, you know, and I'm so self-conscious. If you can hear my thoughts in my head, you be like, I'm freaking out. But I'm trying to move with the rhythm, and he's telling me to be patient, to slow down, but he don't know in my mind I am going a million miles an hour. So I'm just going to let you watch me dance. He was so sweet, very sweet. And I also felt so big because I was so much bigger than he was. But I made the best out of it. Really sweet people. I got a little butt too, y'all. Got a little sun back there. And we got the subway. It's not as great as the one I had taken in Dubai, but it's public transit. We also made our way to the mall, which is a very nice mall. It was 3 stories, and it had a little bit of everything. One thing I will say, they Chili's was packed, which was insane. I've noticed a lot of their American food places be packed out compared to America. And this is my birthday outfit, and I went to Rosa Negra for my birthday. I'm just gonna tell y'all, it's cute. It's a little vibe, but it ain't nothing but Houston and Mexico. The food, it wasn't horrible, but I don't need to get it again. This drink that came in this little bird glass, the amount they charge you for something, it's cute, but I can't do nothing with cute. And again, you paying for the vibe. I end up sending my food back because it was just not good. After they said happy birthday, we went back to our spot at the hotel and got something good because, yeah, we was over it. My brother had tacos. He said it was okay. And of course, my friend is picking out all the stuff on her food because she said it was too much. And I had a big lobster in a bowl of soup broth that they brought whole. Anyway, day. This is day 4. And as you can see by now, we have been doing a lot. And this, I would honestly say, was the highlight of the trip. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I don't even think I was scared. Like, I didn't have no anxiety, not once. And this was one of those experiences that I truly enjoyed. It was on my bucket list and I did it. It was so beautiful. Like, we did a early morning tour where we did the sunrise, and look, oh my, it was just so beautiful. And it didn't rain. Oh my God, it did not rain. And I can't even describe in many words on how beautiful. It was just beautiful to see all the farm and the greenery, the mountains. It was just it was beautiful. It was just beautiful. And I'm gonna let you all just watch and enjoy it for yourself. And then after the balloon landed, it was a little rough, even though the instructor said it's going to be funny. Yeah, it was funny, all right, baby. We had a rough landing. But to celebrate, we had us a nice glass of Moscato, which was really good. I took a picture of it because I'm going to see if I can find that here in the States. It was really good. So she said a prayer in Spanish. Okay.
La oración dice así: el viento nos ha dado la bienvenida con suavidad, y se lo creen. El sol nos ha acariciado con sus cálidas manos. Hemos volado tan bien y tan alto que los dioses se unen con nosotros.
And then I remind you, she did all this in heels, in boot heels, okay? She came with her red lipstick, her glasses, her fitted jeans. Her outfit was really nice. She's a very beautiful lady. And for her to be our pilot of the balloon, she know her stuff. Very, very, very nice lady. And she handled it well. This is everyone making a toast. Some other people were cancers as well, so we all celebrated for those who had a birthday. And this is also good because not only did we fly over the pyramids, but we also got to see them in person. Keep in mind, I want to say they're working on something, but regardless, they have it blocked off. So you can't just walk up the steps. Some people were doing it anyway, and to be honest, it's not like there were people there to tell you no. But we didn't take that chance. But you're not supposed to walk up the steps despite those little barricades being there. But this was another beautiful sight to see, and it wasn't too overcrowded. I will say, if you're going to do this, make sure you do all of this as early as possible, because we did this, I think we left our hotel at 4 o'clock in the morning, so we were done honestly by 1. So we really still had a full day left, but this is very beautiful. And of course, I took some really good pictures. It got hot. It was also cold the whole time during the day to some degree while we were there. So we kind of dressed in layers. This is a black restaurant for soul food that I really wanted to try. And as much as I enjoyed the vibe, the food was just disappointing. As you can see, they fried this in old grease, and it was just greasy. The drink tastes like medicine. I will not go back. This is also part of the bookstore. It's a cafe inside there. I would never go back to that cafe either. But the bookstore was really nice to see. On the last day, I did check out Saint Cafe and got their cheesecake that they're known for, which was really, really good. And I also got some cookies that were good as well. This is a cafe I found on my way out. And it was like a turkey sandwich with avocado spread, tomatoes, and chicken. It was really good. There was no one there, but I was also there early because I was trying to squeeze this in before I left. But overall, not all the food was bad, but not all the food was good. But I would definitely come back. If you all have recommendations for anything, for tacos or just Mexican food overall, please comment and share with me so the next time I go, I won't feel overwhelmed and I can check those spots out. Bye.